Good morning. It's Ayya Vimala, and today is November the 5th. Is it? November the 5th, and it's Thursday, and our country is still waiting for election results. So if your practice is strong, you'll have the patience, and the waiting will be over, but then the real adventure and the real work will just be beginning, because the one thing we are seeing from this election is how divided our country is and how split we are. And if we can't work together, the next 4 years will be just as troublesome and just as difficult as many of us have felt the last 4 have been. And I think especially with COVID-19 and the continuation of the pandemic and concerns within our country, we have reason to be concerned about the near future, but we want to be, instead of being anxious or worried, we want to let our optimism and our hope and our confidence carry us through. So, no matter how many changes we see with the elections, we still have the same issues going on. The polarization, the inability for us to be able to listen to each other, and that's the work we have to keep working with. It doesn't matter who wins the election. That's our work. This morning, while I was setting up my phone for live streaming, I noticed that Aloka Vihara, which is a small monastery in Placerville, California, and really wonderful nuns are there, and they're very strong and very committed. And their notice that they put out today was that they are going into retreat, and all of them are practicing, and it's a group of maybe 4 or 5. But their retreat is going to be just practicing metta, rather than sit around and, I'm sure, anxiously waiting for election results and seeing, they have local things going on in California as well. Their decision is to go into retreat, and all of them will be practicing metta, and metta for the world, metta for peace. So practicing that feeling of goodwill and loving kindness for all beings. And that's such a huge contribution to be making to the world. And I think it's something I want to follow along with. So my practice these days is with the Satipatthana Sutta and metta, and I'll just up the metta and keep working with the Satipatthana, which is the mindfulness practice. So you may not be able to stop everything and go in retreat like the nuns at Aloka Vihara are doing, but that's their work. So they're not going into it to take a nice break. It's their commitment. And you may be working and have all kinds of real world issues you're dealing with, but it doesn't mean you can't dedicate your practice time to metta. And if your practice time is 1 minute or 1 hour a day, offer some of that up in metta, in goodwill practice, loving kindness, because we need it, not just for ourselves and our families and our communities, but for our entire nation. And then we also have to remember this whole world is going through lots of difficulties right now. European countries shutting down again, going into lockdown again. Countries in Africa fighting, and natural disasters are happening, and people are at war, and people are suffering. And I think if we practice loving kindness, we can allow these feelings of metta and goodwill to just go into that boundless stage where it's an unending, unstoppable even, quality that we're radiating. And let that be your practice. We don't need to be sitting. It might be a good idea. I broke some of my own rules on fasting on the news yesterday. And I don't want to do that today. So at this point, maybe let our practice today help us not get too caught up in the news and every second of what's going on. We have to be patient, but use that time instead of being totally caught up with the news or the latest non-results that we have, and let it be metta practice. And you can do that when you're walking. You can do metta when you're driving your car, washing the dishes. You can be sending metta during any activities. So I'll make a commitment to do it, and I hope you will along with me. And I'm inspired by my sister nuns at Aloka Vihara and what they're doing. So I wanted to use, because now's the time for us to be getting out beyond our own little boundaries. That's our political views, our boundaries, our views about how the world should be run and how people should be behaving. Those are boundaries for us. And this is a good time to practice going beyond those boundaries. And I think what we need to do, especially now for healing and to begin the process of even greater healing between different views and all the polarization we see, is to get back to the earth. And that's why I want to use the St. Francis of Assisi practice, the canticle of Brother Sun and Sister Moon, so we can really be thinking of those elements of nature that are so important for us to be connected to, and recognizing all of nature, just like me, everything. So all the qualities, all the elements, all of the creatures, we're connected to everything. And the more we can see that, the more we can get out beyond our little worlds, our little selves, get to the bigger. So let's start with that. This can be the beginning of our meditation. So just find that comfortable spot where you can be relaxed, but let your spine be straight so your lungs can get the air, and just begin to relax your body and observe your body breathing for you. The body breathes. Thank goodness we don't have to remember every breath. Gently close your eyes. Most High, all good Lord, all praise is yours, all glory, all honor, and all blessings. To you alone do they belong, and no mortal lips are worthy to pronounce your name. Praise be you, my Lord, with all your creatures, especially Sir Brother Sun, who is the day through whom you give us light, and he is beautiful and radiant with great splendor. Of you, Most High, he bears the likeness. Praise be you, my Lord, through Sister Moon and the stars. In the heavens you have made them bright, precious, and fair. Praise be you, my Lord, through brothers wind and air, and fair and stormy all weathers moods, by which you cherish all that you have made. Praise be you, my Lord, through Sister Water, so useful, humble, precious, and pure. Praise be you, my Lord, through Brother Fire, through whom you light the night, and he is beautiful, and playful and robust and strong. Praise be you, my Lord, through our sister, Mother Earth, who sustains and governs us, producing varied fruits with colored flowers and herbs. Praise be you, my Lord, through those who grant pardon for love of you and bear sickness and trial. Blessed are those who endure in peace. By you, Most High, they will be crowned. Praise be you, my Lord, through Sister Death, from whom no one living can escape. Blessed are they she finds doing your will. No second death can do them harm. Praise and bless my Lord and give him thanks, and serve him with great humility. Amen. And let's keep sitting. Let go of all the stress and any concern you have over political issues in our country, and allow your mind to become uncluttered. Let your thoughts just come and go. Keep looking to nature. For the next few days, keep turning your gaze outward into nature. See the spaciousness even in maybe a little tree outside your window. See the openness. See beyond just what's going on, what we think is going on in the world, in our little corner, our little tiny spot in the world. Let your body relax. Be aware of your thoughts and just let them rise and fall on their own. No need to feed them with your attention. Send comforting, good, wholesome, skillful thoughts to yourself. May I be free from fear and worry and anxiety. May I be filled with well-being. May I be unafraid and feel safe in this world. May I be content and actually find joy and gratitude in the small things that come my way every day. May I allow myself to be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May I be content, and may I dwell in peace. Listen to the comforting words you send yourself and begin to believe them. Let them become your reality, your inner peace. That's the only peace we have. If we have inner peace, what we radiate out to others is peace. If we're disturbed within, we'll radiate out disturbance. So you may want to keep working with yourself, or if you feel like you do have inner peace, we can radiate it out. Think of your loved ones, your good friends, your noble friends, your family members. May all my loved ones be filled with well-being. May they feel safe in this world. May they be free from suffering that they call on themselves, and free from the causes for this suffering. May they find joy and gratitude as they go through their day. May our loved ones be free from fear and worry and anxiety. May they be content. And may they dwell in peace. Now, if you can, extend these same feelings out to neutral people you see coming and going every day. Maybe people you pass on your walk, people in the stores, people at work, your neighbors, people you are maybe barely acquainted with, but you recognize their faces, you're aware of them throughout your day, but you don't know them, really know them. Maybe you don't even know their backstories. Send these neutral people the same goodwill and loving kindness you've sent to yourself and to your loved ones. Seeing each one of these neutral people, you can say, just like me. They experience love and sadness just like me. They feel worry and anxiety just like me. May all the neutral people in my world be filled with well-being, and may they also feel safe in the world, free from fear and worry and anxiety, able to find joy and gratitude in the small things every day. Able to be content, and may they dwell in peace. Now think of all of the people. These are people we know very few of them. All of the people in this nation. Send goodwill to all of the human beings living in this country. May all of these human beings feel safe in this country. Free from fear and worry and anxiety. Free from suffering and the causes for suffering. May every man and woman and child, regardless of any other qualities, regardless of beliefs or persuasions or jobs or social class or color or race or any other ways that we tend to divide people. May we see them as fellow countrymen and women. May we send peace and goodwill and be able to express the desire to understand and listen and work together, ending the division in the country. Work together to find a middle path. And may every person in this nation dwell in peace. Now we can just extend our vision and allow ourselves to radiate all of these qualities of loving kindness and goodwill out to all beings, human and non-human, all creatures, whether there are pets we depend on or animals in nature, all living beings, whether they're invisible or visible to us. May all these beings be free from suffering and its causes, be free from fear, worry, anxiety. May all be free from hunger and thirst, and free from the weather, the dangerous weather. May all beings be able to care for themselves or be cared for lovingly. And may we all dwell in peace and goodwill and understanding. So if you can keep sitting, just keep practicing metta, loving kindness, friendliness practice, goodwill, just wishing the best for others, wishing the happiness for others that we would like for ourselves. And let go of all artificial boundaries. See the connections and not the differences. This is what we all need to be working with. And working with metta is the strongest way we can do that now. So, we have so many good teachers these days for patience and for kindness and compassion and appreciating the joy that others are experiencing. So we don't need to be caught up in the world of those 8 worldly concerns: gain and loss, pain and pleasure, fame and shame. So, let go of the who's the winner, who's the loser, and remember that when all the elections are over, we all will either be winners or losers depending on our next moves, our willingness to find a middle path for our country, our willingness to let go of the need to feel always on top, and the need to just be more concerned with compassion and goodwill than our small personal agendas. So take care of your loved ones, look to nature, and just keep going. And don't despair. So thank you so much, and I will check in with you tomorrow, see how you're doing. I'll let you know how I'm doing. I'll let you know how well I did with my news fast today. Thank you so much. Take care.